For generations, Christians have been told that tattoos were the mark of the beast. Then barcodes, then RFID chips, then credit cards, then vaccines, and now AI and the Neuralink. Well, they were wrong. And millions of Christians have been misled by fear instead of faithful Bible study. So tonight, we're going back to Revelation, not social media. Welcome back to DGMA Doctrine, everyone. I hope you're all blessed and doing well. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this material. One of the greatest problems in modern prophecy teaching isn't that Christians believe in Revelation. It's that many people refuse to let Revelation define its own symbols. Instead, every generation reads the latest headline, invents new interpretation, and confidently declares, "This is the mark of the beast." The problem is every generation has been proven wrong. The mark of the beast has become one of the most abused doctrines of the Bible. Fear has replaced careful interpretation, speculation has replaced sound theology, and social media has replaced faithful Bible study. So tonight, we're going to do something different. Instead of beginning with what the mark of the beast is, we're going to first talk about what the mark is not. Because before we can understand truth, we have to clear away decades of confusion. Throughout history, Christians have repeatedly attached the mark of the beast to whatever new technology frightened society. The pattern is almost predictable. A new invention appears, someone quotes Revelation chapter 13. Videos go viral, books are written, and fear spreads throughout churches and society. Years pass by and the predictions quietly die. So let's look at a few examples. Some claim that tattoos were the mark. Then came the barcode panic. Entire sermons were preached warning believers not to buy groceries because barcode scanners supposedly fulfilled Revelation. That prediction failed. Then came credit cards. Cashless payments became the newest proof. That also failed. Next came radio frequency identification chips, the RFID microchips. Millions were convinced implantable chips fulfilled Revelation. That prediction also failed. Then came COVID. Some insisted vaccines were the mark of the beast. Families were divided over this issue and churches even split. Fear spread faster than careful Bible study. And once again, the prediction failed. Today, the conversation has shifted again. Now people point to artificial intelligence, facial recognition, central bank digital currencies, and neural implants. And tomorrow, it will probably be something else. The fear changes, but the cycle never changes. And that should cause us to pause, and that should cause us to reflect. Every previous generation confidently identified the mark, and every previous generation was wrong. Maybe the problem isn't the technology. Maybe the problem is how we are reading Revelation. Maybe the problem is how we are interpreting Revelation. Maybe the problem is how we are reading into the book of Revelation what is clearly not there or intended by the author. Instead of asking social media, let's ask Scripture. Revelation chapter 13 tells us several important things about the mark. It is connected to the beast. It is connected to worship. It is connected to allegiance. It is connected to economic participation. And it exists within a larger system of worldwide rebellion against God. That is a key indicator. Notice something carefully. The text never describes the mark as merely possessing technology. It doesn't say someone accidentally receives it. It doesn't describe people unknowingly taking it. Instead, receiving the mark is inseparably connected with worshiping the beast. And that is theological relationship, not merely a technological one. The beast isn't simply creating a payment system. He's demanding loyalty. He's demanding worship. The mark identifies those who belong to his kingdom. The idea shouldn't surprise us. Throughout Scripture, God marks his people. Throughout Scripture, God marks his own people. In Ezekiel chapter 9, God marks those who grieve over sin before judgment falls. In Revelation chapter 7, God's servants are sealed. In Revelation chapter 14, God's people bear his name. The beast is not creating something completely new. He's counterfeiting what God already does. Satan has always been an imitator. God has a people, the beast has a people. God has a kingdom, the beast has a kingdom. God seals his servants, the beast marks his followers. The issue is ownership. Who do you belong to? Because the issue is allegiance. Who are you giving your time to? Who are you giving your emotions to? The issue is worship. One of my concerns is that many Christians spend so much time trying to identify future technology, and they overlook present idolatry. People fear barcodes, but have no fear of worshiping money. People fear microchips, but willingly surrender their minds to ungodly ideologies. People fear artificial intelligence, yet ignore the pride, the greed, the lust, the hatred, and unbelief that Scripture repeatedly warns about. Jesus never commanded us to obsess over conspiracy theories. He commanded us to remain faithful to him, to remain watchful to him, to completely trust him, to have discernment. And discernment isn't seeing the beast behind every invention or in every technology. Discernment is learning to distinguish biblical truth from speculation. The greatest deception is not always technological. It is spiritual. If history teaches us anything, it is this. Every generation thinks it has finally identified the mark of the beast, and almost every generation eventually discovers it confused current events with biblical prophecy. So let's refuse to repeat the mistakes of the past. Let's stop allowing fear to interpret Scripture. Let's allow Scripture to interpret Scripture. And above all, let's remember that the revelation is not ultimately about the mark. It's not ultimately about the beast, and it's not ultimately about Satan. It is about Jesus Christ. It is about the Lamb who was slain. It is about the King who reigns in heaven and on earth and over every creeping thing and over everything in existence. The one who will ultimately defeat the beast forever. Don't spend your life trying to identify every possible counterfeit. Spend your time trying to get to know Christ, knowing Jesus Christ, following Jesus Christ, remaining faithful to Jesus Christ, trusting Jesus Christ through whatever ordeal happens in this world. Because those who belong to him have nothing to fear, because Christ has nothing to fear. He has conquered everything already. Now, if this video has helped you think more biblically about Revelation, then consider subscribing to DGMA Doctrine. Share this video with someone who has been confused about this speculation surrounding the mark of the beast. And until next time, keep your eyes on Christ, not on sensational headlines.